In this video, I'm going to teach you the 3 secret ways that you can get promoted at your work. All right, yeah, let's get into this. Okay, so if you want to make more money in your job, and by the way, all of us men should desire to be the best versions of ourselves, to push ourselves beyond what we think we're capable of. And a lot of you guys are probably stuck in this job. You're not really sure. You like the job, or maybe you don't like the job, but you're not really sure how to earn more money. And that's what this video is about. It's about teaching you these 3 secret things that I've learned on how you can make more money in your job, get promoted, and live a better lifestyle. All right. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kane. I'm the Silver Bachelor. This channel is 100% dedicated to dating advice for older guys. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the notification button because I'm dropping a video every day. Okay. You might be listening. You might be thinking, who's this guy to tell me how to get promoted at my job? Like, what are his credentials? Okay, let's get into this. So, my credentials, all right. I have a marketing career. I have a Bachelor of Arts degree in law. I did not go to law school, and I don't have an MBA. But I do have a university degree, and I decided to have a career in marketing. Okay. I still do marketing right now, in addition to this YouTube channel and all this other stuff. So in my marketing career, I started off as a marketing coordinator, eventually got promoted to a manager. And by the way, I left quite a few jobs along the way. So this isn't just from one company. So I was a marketing coordinator. I was a marketing manager. I was a marketing director. I was a vice president of marketing / head of marketing, because in Europe, they use the term head of marketing, where basically you're VP level. But in North America, they call it a vice president of marketing. And I was a CEO for a company. Okay. So I've moved up the ranks, the corporate ladder, and I've achieved the highest level that you can achieve in a company and in a position. So I know all about this. I have the credentials to back it up. And I will tell you, I'll share these 3 secrets with you on how you can get promoted in your job. And I have a bonus tip if you wait to the end. So these 3 things, okay? And by the way, only 15% of men in North America make over $100,000. Only 15%. Only 5% make over $200,000 per year. And only 1% make over $400,000 or $500,000 per year. I can't recall exactly which one that is, if it's 4 or 5. It doesn't matter. It's a lot of fucking money at 1%. Okay. So the goal is this video is to try and help you get to that 15 and 5% tile of all men in North America financially in terms of your annual income. All right. So the 3 things is, and you need to listen carefully, and I'm not going to give you all 3 in a row. You need to, I have to go into these details. Okay. So number 1 is you need to offer something that is broken. Like, I have to offer offer to fix something that is broken and take accountability for fixing it. So those are the two things in this one tip, okay? That first, very few employees will come forward to their boss and say, you know what, boss, I noticed this phone system we have. I've called it a few times, and the phone tree is annoying. People are waiting for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Or they bring something to the boss's attention, but they're not willing to fucking fix it, right? So those are the 2 critical things. Is 1, you need to identify areas of the company that are broken, inefficient, broken, whatever. And then 2, which is the most important thing, is to be able to take accountability and ownership to fix it. Like, say to your boss, look, this phone system is garbage, or people are getting lost and stuff like that. Would it be okay if I find a way to fix this, or I have this potential solution, but do you mind if I connect with the right people in the company to try and make this better? Guaranteed every single time, mostly your boss will be like, great, keep me posted. So the reason why people don't do that second part is because they don't want to be held accountable in case it fails. But I'm sorry guys, but that's the only way you're going to get up and make more money. The more money anyone makes, just remember this, is the more accountability and risk they have on their back. Yes, like the more somebody makes as an income in general, and I would say mostly, not in general, mostly it's because they have more accountability than somebody flipping burgers at McDonald's. They're the manager and they're responsible for people showing up for work, for payroll, for accounting. Is the food good, the service, and they deserve to earn more money. I get a little rubbed the wrong way when people say, why is that CEO making $10 million, blah, blah, blah. Well, that CEO is running a company of 30,000 people or 200 people, whatever it is. And the visibility and the accountability that that person has is off the charts. Like, we don't even know the half of it when you're the prime minister, the president of a country, or you're the CEO of a $30,000 employee company. Like, your ass is on the fucking line, like, daily, and you better be performing. Just like if you're in professional sports, if you go 3 games in a row without shooting any baskets, if you're a basketball fan, your foot is out the door. So that's the only way, guys, that you're going to make more money is you need to be willing to take that risk, be that alpha, and take accountability and being willing to own it and go, you know what? I got this. I'm not going to fail. And you have the confidence. It's not always going to work out, but that's one of the ways, that's the first thing, that's one of the ways that you're going to get promoted in your job is you identify something that's broken or inefficient and you're willing to fix it and take ownership to fix it. So that's number one. Number two, it needs to be high visibility. So I'll give you an example. In my career, I was asked to come up with some different things. And so 2 things specifically that I'll point to is, one, I came up with an idea to gain more exposure, and I won't get into all the details about it. It was a marketing campaign. This was my idea. But I knew this would gain a lot of high visibility because it was a petition to the World Health Organization. You might be like, holy shit, man. And it wasn't as complicated as what I was freaking out, to be honest. I wasn't sure if this would be successful because success meant the World Health Organization finding out about our petition and actually working towards doing something. Like, that was, dude, this was my biggest and most ambitious thing I've ever done in my career, and I fucking did it. I was so proud of myself. To this day, it puts a smile on my face. I'm like, how the fuck did I do that? Well, I know exactly how I did it. But I felt we had a viable message, the way we were going to go about getting that message over to the WHO, and I had very low budget for this. And I would convince myself, I'm like, look, I have a lot of smart people that I work around, and everyone knew that was my idea. And I was always the one booking status update meetings, pulling the team together and saying, okay, how is this task going? How is that task? And I just took ownership of it. And as a result, the visibility was high. Like the CEO knew about all of this. Other executives knew all about this. So you don't want to do this all the time because people might think you're just an ass kicker. You're trying to just take the visibility away from somebody else. Which, by the way, if you haven't read the 48 Laws of Power, that book by Robert Greene, so that's one of the laws that says is never outshine the master, right? So you need to be careful with that. If you have a boss, you don't want to make the boss look less than you. But my boss was asking me to come up with something. And so I did. High visibility, got a really nice promotion out of that one. And then most recently, what I'm working on right now is I work for a global company. It's an Italian company. And this company has a LinkedIn account. It's a company LinkedIn account, and it's a global account. So I pitched the executives over in Italy, like, why we need our own LinkedIn for North America. They've never allowed that in any sales cluster. And this company has over 2,000 employees. It's not 30,000, but it's 2,000. That's a big company. And so I saw the opportunity. I'm like, you know what? There's an opportunity to have a LinkedIn account for North America, high visibility, and I can own this shit and I can make it happen. And that's exactly what I'm in the process of launching very, very soon and the visibility, the CEO of the company, all the other executives are going to take notice on this LinkedIn page for North America that they've never had. And every single post, and as it grows in subscriber followers and all these things, will all be attributed back to me. Okay. So that's number two, is make sure whatever that thing that you want to do, or if there's an opportunity, that it's high visibility, and it kind of back to the first one, that you own that, so that they can make the connection that this person is the person connected with that high visibility success or failure. So you have to be willing to accept the failure, because that could happen. But if you are confident enough in your skills, then it shouldn't fail mostly. Okay. And number three is, it's okay to take the credit. And it kind of is tied to the visibility thing. And that is, if it's visible and they're like, let's say one of the executives, let's say it has high visibility, right? And you put all the work in. And then somebody says, hey, who did this? Who came up with this? Don't be shy. Don't say this, which so many of you guys say this. Oh, it was a team effort. Okay, there's a time and place for that. But when it's high visibility and you did it all, you say, I did it. Because that's how it's going to help you get the promotion. You don't do it all the time. But with these high visibility things, you take the credit. If they say, who came up with this? I came up with it. Right? And you will get promoted. Okay. So let me know in the comments if you'd like me to do a video on how to get a raise, because a promotion is one thing, but maybe the money is not great. Maybe there's no money difference. Maybe it's just a title difference, whatever. So let me know in the comments if you'd like me to do a video on how to get a raise, if that's something you've come across, because I have a lot of experience with that. So the bonus tip is this. Regardless of promotions in your job and high visibility and all this stuff, the biggest pay increases I've ever have achieved in my career have come from making one decision. And that decision is leaving that job for another job. And I have a whole strategy on how to negotiate salary and all those things when you're looking for another job. But just remember, they don't know how much you're earning. There's a range, right? I've had the biggest pay increases leaving jobs. And there's a strategy as well. Well, how long do you stay within one job and then before you bounce to another one? But switching jobs has by far been the best way for me to get a pay raise, not in the existing job, despite my promotions. So I want to hear from you. Let me know what you think in the comments about my strategies, the three, on getting promoted to work. Has that happened? Promoted in your work? Has that happened with you? And have you done other things that are a little different? Okay. So appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time.